tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Dalek, you have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
Is this world protected? But you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them?
Hello. I'm the doctor.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, afternoon, morning. Oh, let me just get that back right. Ah, there we go. Good evening, good morning. Happy Doctor Who Day, one and all. What is Doctor Who now? It's basically a show for gay people, from what I can tell. Right? It's being made exclusively for gay people, and if straight people like it too. When I say gay people, I don't just mean people who are gay, but people, members of the LGBTQ plus alliance. So you don't really need to be gay. Right, but that seems to be who it's made for now. And that's my guess, right? That's my guess. And if straight people like it too, all the better. All the better. Not sure they're gonna like it, right? Nothing is looking good, right? With this new era, it gets like every day there's another like kick in the bloody teeth. They announced a podcast show that's cringe to the level of Will Wheaton's Ready Room, right? That is one of the most cringiest experience ever. And it's so plastered with agenda. Everything is so plastered with bloody agenda. You had a 3-minute Killing Eve skit. No, gotta put a bit of agenda in that. There's so much freaking agenda, right? It's making my head spin, right? It's genuinely making my head spin. And I think this is, I don't know. Is it the future of Doctor Who? Well, here's the thing. The does Ross D. Davis mind having his ass handed to him? Is the real question, right? Does he mind having his ass? Because that's what's going to happen. His ass is going to be totally handed to him, right? Because Normans are just, it's not their first rodeo, right? They've been here before and they're bored by it, right? They are crushingly bored by it. I got to put that video minute. But they are like the Normans are just they're like, yeah, it's not subtle, right? They put out a clip today of from the Starbeast, and again, it's just like, man, it's not good living in a teeny tiny bubble, right? It is not good living in a like a very, speaking of somebody who lives in a teeny tiny insular bubble, right? Where I live is an ultra Orthodox Jewish community in Samaria, right? That's pretty bubble-ish to me. So it's not good to think that's the entirety of the world, right? It just isn't. It's not good at all. Yeah, what's it? Just saying it's on that. It's fine. Now I'm gonna work out how to download a Facebook video. How do you download a Facebook video? Somebody just sent me something that I think we need to look at. If I do share it, oh god, everything is just so just how. Oh. Okay, maybe this will do it. Hang on. Like, I don't know. I don't like Facebook. I don't even stream on the Facebook anymore. Let's see if this will work. Oh, it actually did work. Okay, fine. We'll get to that in a second. Fine. In other news, what else are we going to? So we're going to be talking a lot about Doctor Who tonight. We're going to be talking about was it the plans for tonight and on Saturday. They're going to be not one but two live streams. Yes, not one but two live streams. I'm gonna end today whenever I end. I might end a bit earlier. I got again. Disney Plus, they're not showing Star Beast in Israel. I'm like, why not? We don't have any plans. Useless they are. So I got this whole thing set up, right? After much experimentation, right? For the Jodie years, what I used to do was I connected my iPad to my TV by a special wire, right? And I put a VPN on my iPad, put iPlayer on it. Boom. It didn't work very well. It chatted a lot, man. And I kept falling asleep during it, which was a problem. Because Jodie's just freaking awful, right? And so I guess some of the comments told me how much they like Jodie today. It was like, really? You did? Okay, look, viva the difference. I don't mind if you like something I didn't. That's pretty fine by me. I don't understand it, but I mean, especially with things like as objectively awful as Jodie's time. But anyway, I digress. If you like Jodie, good for you. Good for you. What was I up to? So yeah, we're going to. Oh yeah, so my setup. So this is how I've determined. I've done many tests, right? I got a VPN set up on my desktop, what I'm recording into right now, right? I will play iPlayer upon it. Boom. I'll use my. Do I have my own account now? I think I have my own account, right? I can't even remember. And like, honestly, this is what streaming services should be doing, right? They should. Essentially, you should be able to. The only way you can license anything is worldwide, right? And everybody should have to keep their own content. Like, if iPlayer was an international streaming service, I would pay for it without blinking. I thought I did pay for it by getting Disney Plus. No, they're useless, right? They're absolutely useless. So I'll play it on my computer here. However, I'll then export it, boom, right into my my big TV over there, my big screen one with via AirPlay, right? I've experimented with this and it works very well, right? So I get because my desktop, I have a landline and Wi-Fi that I connect through. So the connection, I mean, as long as the internet is good, which you know is often not the case, as long as the internet is good, we should be golden, right? So I'm going to go from this stream and I'm going to watch the Daleks and I'm going to come back at 9 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock my time, right? 11 o'clock. And I'm going to do an instant review and tell you what I thought of it, right? I'm more excited for the Daleks right now than I am for Star Beast, which is a bit of a bummer, right? So anyway, last night, I was sitting at home, right? And I started watching Oppenheimer. I put it on, and it was like 3 hours long. I thought, oh, it really is 3 hours. I mean, literally over 3 hours, right? I'm going to do a review of it soon, but the difference of when you see something of quality, right? Because most things are garbage now. Most things are absolute garbage. It's incredible, right? My son, the newly married one, got a few days off from the army. I'm not sure if there's anything to do with the ceasefire. No one's really happy with the ceasefire, right? No one's really like, yeah. I mean, no one really trusts they're getting the people back, or this is just going to work for Hamas's benefit. They have a 6-hour window where they can't drone surveil them, but the army says, no problem, we got them surveilled anyway. I'm not sure I believe them, right? I'm not sure I believe them. I hope they can, right? This normally just works out as a disaster for us. Having said that, we really do want the people back. So, I don't know, but most people are not really psyched for it. Anyway, so he might be home because of that. I'm not sure if it's some kind of knock-on from that. Anyway, so he's home for a few days, but this week is Sabbath Thanksgiving, right? It's Thanksgiving Day in America. We normally do Sabbath Thanksgiving and Sabbath Christmas, right? We go on Friday night. You have a big Sabbath meal. And so on Thanksgiving, we do Thanksgiving. So it's going to be turkey. So firstly, we were thinking who else we should invite. Now, we have basically everybody at home apart from my younger son, who I feel bad for, stuck in a tank. And like he was apparently in one of the initial waves into Gaza, from what I can tell. His group, right? So good for them. And they said, yeah, that's why they had us practice driving tanks on beaches, because that's essentially the far they're using. So I was watching. So I'm watching on my home. My son came home. We were all amazed. My wife is very excited. So tomorrow night for Sabbath, it's going to be not chicken soup. Normally, well, first you have we do the wine. It's called Kiddush. You know, the first thing you wash hands first, a ritual way. Then you have wine. We have grape juice. This thing called Kiddush, and then you have some bread. There's challah my wife makes. Then the meal actually starts after you have you basically full by then. Normally you have chicken soup, right? Chicken soup with cannella and matzo balls, and not this time. No. It's different, baby. By the way, what do you think? I trimmed my beard. Quite proud of myself. Anyway, which is. And that little segue is how I think they're going to deal with the timeless child, and was it Flux or whatever. Anyway, the with that kind of focus on it. Anyway, so we're having my wife made. We have a freezer full of gallons and gallons of sweet potato soup, right? So because we're going to do everything. This sounds like a nightmare. We're going to do that after my son got married, right? In the normal sense, if there wasn't a war on, right, you have a week-long of parties, including Sabbath, right? So my wife catered it herself and made all this sweet potato soup. So we got tons of that in the freezer now. So we'll start off with that instead of chicken soup because it's Thanksgiving, and then we're going to go into turkey, obviously. Cornbread stuffing. Fortunately, my wife made cornbread last week for Sabbath, so that's going to work out perfectly. Sweet potato. What else? More sweet potatoes. Green bean casserole. Freaking awesome. But tonight my wife is making the pies, right? I think it's pumpkin pie, probably pecan pie because my son likes pecan pie. And I guess some non-dairy ice cream because you can't mix meat and milk together. Now, the Sabbath Christmas, however, traditional English Christmas, I don't mind doing the chicken soup. I'm easy, baby. I'm a modern man. Although one year my wife dyed the matzo balls red and green, which I thought was quite festive. Anyway, but then again, turkey, chestnut stuffing, not cornbread stuffing. Chestnut stuffing, if we can find parsnips, which we very rarely can. Parsnips, yes. Roast potatoes, peas. Is that Yorkshire puds? No, not Yorkshire puds. Turkey. I can't remember because my mind's on dessert, which is always mince pies and Christmas pudding, which my wife makes. Oh God, so good! Literally, it's giving me an erection. Okay. That's how. I mean, when I say give me, I already had it, baby. I just claiming responsibility. Anyway, I digress. What do we have to look at before we get to the chat? Because yes. So this is also tying into the Sabbath Bride. Check this out. So now, because Hanukkah's coming up in a couple of weeks, the big thing in Israel is donuts, sufganiyot, right? Anything made with or fried in oil. Big things, but now they got these fancy smancy ones, right? I'm not really such a fan of, so I brought home a couple of boxes of them. You got little things full of more flavored jizz. There. I mean, I like this one, the caramel one. That looks pretty good. That one looks like it'd be good. I'm not sure I like the one with the horn of plenty on top. And this one looks, I don't know, looks a bit gynecological, right? That one right there. I'm a bit scared of that one, right? I don't know. It looks like a bit like, you have to go and buy your daughter's first tampons. That's the sort of donut. But they come in these nice sweet little boxes with a window so you can see inside. There's sweet little surprise. There's no surprise. They sell these freaking everywhere all the time here. And here's the second box. Now, this one looks a bit better to me. I kind of like the blue and white fuzzy stuff. I like just a simple donut like that. Like you get from the best donuts, right? The best donuts still are the ones that they used to have the machines make in like Brighton in the 1970s. Do you remember those? Oh, they were. Where's I can find those? And donut making machine seaside. See if I can find one of these things. Nah, these are all too modern. From like the 1970s, right? There was a little. Oh, this looks like it. This looks just like it. Okay, but the video's 10 minutes long. Forget it. Anyway, you would watch it. You know, I just pull it out. I'll grab it, right? Why not? Why not? So it wasn't just like this, but you would see, you would like pay the guy some money and then you'd watch your donut be made. It was really cool, right? It was really cool. Let me pull this up. Doink. Like you saw it like the dough flopping in and then going along a conveyor belt. And then, here it comes. Well, I'm downloading it twice now. I got overexcited. There you go. 14 seconds. And then the last bit is it will go onto like the sprinkled sugar and I'll flip it backwards and forwards. Oh my God. They were the best donuts ever. Oh, yeah. Let's see this. This machine looks similar. Right? Similar. Not the same. Similar. Yeah, the dough got poured in automatically or something. Or maybe it didn't. My nose was pressed up against the window as it started to go down. Right on a cold, rainy seaside. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Plop goes in like a poo. That one's pathetic. Let's get. There you go. Let's get another one out there, darling. Get another one out. But I like the flippy bit. Really, like. I can't believe I'm waiting for it to. Oh, here we go. Just missed the best bit. But then we will be more. Okay, flip. You're making it. Goes a little conveyor belt. First one looks lovely. There you go. Shits another one out. Plop. They're the best donuts, baby. They're the best donuts. Oh yeah. So then for lunch, ribs. My wife makes so much fun. Also, she might make meatballs. I don't know, but it's not that many of us. Please don't. She wants to lunch. She's doing ribs, which sadly is going to be cow ribs, not pork ribs. And what she was doing as well, she was doing something else. I can't remember. Well, making way too much food as always, but she's very happy doing it. So look, yeah, listen, a happy wife, a happy life. Okay, that is universally true. So where are they not happy? In Gaza. Now, funnily enough, they're more not happy with the Arab, with the Palestinians. Oh, hang on, let me pull that up in a second. With the Palestinians, with Hamas than anyone else. So apparently, there's an uprising going on against Hamas right now during the ceasefire, which might be why this ceasefire is going down. So who is this guy? 2C TV.
We had our Arab-speaking sources confirming this footage and a number of other images that we have from Gaza. It's not the first time this has happened, so we're going to go through the trend in terms of the protests, but there seems to be a bit of an uprising situation again in Gaza, just as this temporary pause and ceasefire has started in the Middle East. And we're going to explain why this could actually be happening. And by the way,
why? Because they're sick of having their asses handed to them. Yeah, so they're saying, look, they're here. They're walking to them with white flags.
Hamas to fall, and we want to live, but it's not limited to these charges. Protesting, and we, as I said, the Arab-speaking sources that we have confirmed and translated the chants that these people have been using, including saying we want Hamas to fall and we want to live, but it's not limited to these chants. There are also many other chants as well.
I mean, who would have thought that Hamas could really bring the Palestinians and the Israelis together. Apparently they did. Well done, Hamas, right? Well done, Hamas. We're all very proud of you, right? You've actually done very well now.
They've been using the white flags to ensure that they don't seem threatening, so that the IDF and others who are present, obviously in the region, know that these guys are marching.
Okay, yeah, you want to not seem threatening to a bunch of people who have just witnessed the beginning of who basically just witnessed Kristallnacht times like 1,000 and are heavily armed. Right? It's only good footage. Here we go. Let's have a look. I mean, if these people are marching against Hamas, that this is a major uprising. Hamas has completely lost control because they by the way, they're showing all like the tunnels underneath the hospital. It has rooms there. They use it to torture other Palestinians who did anything against them. So I don't know. Listen, I mean, this ceasefire thing, nobody knows really where it's going to go, right? Frankly. So truce here. Let's pull this up. Truce kicks off at 7 a.m. Look, share screen. Well, that's it. I mean, like, I don't know. Like most people I know are not excited by it, right? They're like, oh, because it always works out badly for us. Qatar, truce to kick off at Friday at 7 a.m. 13 hostages will be freed at 4 p.m. You know, look, Sabbath starts at 4:30. You couldn't let them out half hour earlier. I mean, even though here's the incredible thing, right? I think you probably don't understand culturally that all these places that were hit by Hamas were super left wing, right? Or like Peace Now, like they had people like live there so they could like benefit the people of Gaza. They would drive the people of Gaza to hospitals and stuff. One of the people who one of the hostages used to every day drive Gazans to hospitals in Israel, right? And it's just like the relentless evil of them is beyond me. So be freed at about 4. That's like it should have been 3 because Sabbath starts at what time is it? Let me look it up. Israel says it received initial list of hostages go 3, has notified families. Okay, listen. This is why we're doing it, right? Because we want to get those hostages back to the families. But man, I do it because here's the thing: this is going to lead to calls for a permanent ceasefire. No, not until every freaking hostage is back. And Hamas, look, most people, again, even the leftists, right? The insane, crazy leftists are like, no, we can't live next to Hamas, right? We cannot do it. You have to destroy them. It's an existential threat. We can't live like that. So, yeah, that's the way that's going down. So, I don't know. Am I optimistic? Am I pessimistic? I don't know. Right? I don't know. Here's my my neighbor I just saw on Facebook. They're doing a barbecue for them by Gaza, I think. My neighbor is the one that looks like Jake Gyllenhaal in the front, right? So he's just saying this is what they come and do this stuff.
בלי עם ישראל בעורף לא יכול לעבוד. זה שיתוף פעולה מלאה. רק ככה אנחנו מנצחים. רואים מחפש קהלה יהודייה.
Okay, this guy has the craziest stories. I was about to start telling you that. I was like, I really can't do that without his permission, right? I really can't do that without his permission. Is there anything else we need to get to before we get to the chat? And we said that. We looked at that. Yeah, no, I think we're caught up. Fine, let's get to the chat. There we go. Doing okay, so we're going back to the donuts. Hello, donuts. How are you? And so yeah, look, this is what we have coming up. I work very hard for you people. Firstly, oh man, what? Like, how do I keep doing it? How do I keep coming up with these excellent, wonderful thumbnails for you. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I do it for you, my people. I do it for you, right? I scour licentious pictures often, daily, scouring them just for you, right? Just so you can have the right level of titillation in a thumbnail. And there's quite a lot of titillation going on there, but the right level of titillation. I don't like too much. I don't like too little. The right level. It's a very hard tightrope to walk. Oh, my fluid links. What are you wearing now, darling? I'm just here to cheer you on. Yes, you are, Millie. Yes, you are. The only good thing of the new era is Millie Gibson, and I'm sure that will change soon. We'll probably say, oh, no, I'm going to cut my tits off now. I want to be a boy. No, Millie, don't be a boy. Don't cut your tits off, darling. Look, and I'm not a doctor. It's just really my my advice to you. Oppenheimer, holy crap, it's a good movie. It is a good movie. Rusty Davis says the Doctor can now regenerate into twins. This leads credence to the split regeneration thing. I know. Let's. I just want to hear their in-canon universe answer for why canon doesn't exist anymore. Right? That's one of the main things I'm waiting to hear from. Right? But I'm looking forward to the Daleks tonight. Who we got in the chat? Okay, we got Lonnie here. Hell, Rabbi, I'm out today. Wife has turkey in the oven, smoking ribs for tonight. Ooh, maybe we should smoke the ribs. Ooh. I will suggest that to my good lady wife. She will probably not like that, but I'll say, but my son is going to be home for Sabbath, right? With his good lady wife. Oh my God, she was so happy. She was so unbelievably happy when she came home. Yeah, did my wife send me pictures of that? Let me have a look. Hang on. Just going through, whizzing through as fast as humanly possible. She cried. That's kind of how I approach sex as well. I mean, listen. Even when I slow down, still not. Still doesn't take that long, right? Oh man, that was a cool one. I forgot about that. That's a bit too heavy. We'll move on. Okay, I don't have to dwell on this all the time. I mean, even though it's like always on my head, but Anyway, so that's right now. Then at 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock. Yes, review of the Daleks. I thought it was total bollocks, so I don't know. I thought it was quite good. Instant reaction to the 2020s colorized 1960s The Daleks. That should have been in speech marks. Was it an abomination or a brilliant new way into the world of classic Doctor Who? We will find out tonight. I will reveal all, ladies and gentlemen. Reveal all. Then Saturday at 5 o'clock. The Rabbi's back. Yakety yak. The Rabbi's back. Millie, what you wearing, darling? I have to confess, I actually put that boob window in. Right, that was a little augmentation that I really felt it needed. Right, so I took that from a what's the name of the character? Power Girl, a Power Girl cosplayer, who was fantastic. So there you go. And I actually do a lot of work to match the skin tone, so everything is basically the same. And again, I look long and hard at the boobs there, long and hard to make sure we had matching skin tones. Again, I work hard for you. So Rusty Davis says, we've got it all, boy, this anniversary. David Tennant, Chicks with Dick, Catherine Tate, and even the fucking furries. You gotta watch. I think he's gonna get his ass handed to him, right? I think by Sunday, Monday, we're gonna see a lot of very bad reviews, right? A lot of reviews that are like saying, oh, Russell, why do you have to hit us over the head with the message? The message being, I believe it'll be, they'll do something like meet the beep. If you don't know, or is it beat the meep? Whichever one it is. Spoiler alert for something 40 years ago. It's a cute little alien, but it turns out to be bad and evil. Yeah, and the Wraith Warriors, who I think look fantastic, who actually turned out to be good. I think, not as bad. Something like that. So they're going to have to do something about, it's what's inside is real, not your dick dangling between your legs. You're a lovely little girl, you. I mean, it's not that. Yeah, that I think that's going to be the message. Will the Doctor Who 6th anniversary be a delightful adventure in time and space, or a woke lecture, or both? Plus, we will talk about other shit as well, right? We'll talk about other shit because that's just what we do. We talk the shit here, baby. And then at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock my time, baby. Doink. We get Doctor Who 6th anniversary Star Beast instant review, 8:15, right? It gives me 15 minutes in case there's any internet outage or things like that. But yeah, Brave Warriors. I mean, look, again, I think it looks fantastic, right? I think it looks a little bit too smooth, frankly. I not that I think Doctor Who needs rubber monsters, but like the level of the 2005 to 2010 series seemed absolutely fine to me, right? I mean, I've been rewatching it. It seems absolutely freaking fine. Oh, sorry, I have been watching, and it's been painful. Oh, I'm halfway through episode 3 right now of the Underwater Menace. Oh, hell. That is a bad story. That is a bad story. That's the only way to say it. It's bad on every level, right? It's Jodie Whittaker bad. It is just incompetent beyond incompetent. In fact, I will say the Jodie Whittaker episodes that are better than the Underwater Menace. That's how bad it is, right? That's how bad it is. The animation's very good. I watched the live action one where whenever they have them, and I do the animations only in black and white. So I'm like, but the animation, is certainly looks similar to the Evil of the Daleks one, and that's the other thing I'm doing. I'm listening to the Evil Daleks book on tape with Fraser Hines, which is excellent. I'm up to I'm on episode 6 essentially of the 6-parter or the 7-parter. That's really, really, really good, right? But yeah. Anyway, we're going to get so that's what's going on over the next few days, right? All kinds of stuff. Also, came out today. Please go check this out. This is my Doctor Who 6th anniversary story, The Worshipful and Ancient Lore of Gallifrey. It's out today, 15 minutes long. A 6th anniversary celebratory story, audio novella, read by an AI deepfake of Peter Capaldi. MSA, freaking awesome. I am really happy. So this, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is a you want to buy it in print. I think who's in contact me there? If you want to buy it in print, I've got to close that. Hang on. Where am I up to? If you want to buy it in print, there you're going to be. Oh, I do this. I was looking for the right button. You can get it on Amazon. I should put the link in somewhere. This is what it's from. Season 14. Season 14 is a sequel to Season 13, right? Which is the sequel to. Do I have to do a season 12 up here anywhere? No, I don't. No, I don't have it up here. I liked it so much. I did the cover, right? I did the cover because I thought it was there. Is that a season book? Hang on. Okay, yeah. So this is my version I have of season 12, but I thought it was so good. I wasn't really happy with the cover, even though good on you, whoever did the cover. I mean, it's all good. So I redesigned it because he really nails Capaldi in this, right? This is one long story. So this is more of an it's like an average season, right? With so Alex has written like the major parts of the major episodes, and I've written one of the episodes. Episode 6, in the book, it's called The Hunt for the Ancient and Worshipful Lore of Gallifrey. It's now listening back to it. It's a Douglas Adams-y romp, right? It's how I would describe it. It's a Douglas Adams-y romp with the last act gets very dark, right? Gets very dark. Gets quite personal, right? But so do listen to it. I would like to know what people think of it. I'm quite rightly quite proud of it. Let me tell you. I spent 1 second. There you go. I spent way too much time adding in sound effects and special effects to it. Where are we up to? Right. So Lonnie is here on comment, smoking ribs. I should tell that to my wife, right? Maybe she will agree. Who knows or dares to dream? Who else we got here? Darren Emmers. How you doing, Darren? PD Rich, how you going? Happy Thanksgiving. Well, again, we do Thanksgiving tomorrow night. But what to look forward to? Also, we're going to have like cooked stuffing and stuffing from the turkey as well, right? You know, it's all we go for all kinds of stuffing in my house. Ooh, she cried. When the rabbi gets lucky. The OTS starters is here. The OTS starters, thank you for joining us. There we go. I mean, like, I have to tell you, one of the things I kind of wish I wasn't so I wasn't so crazily Jewish religion. I thought I was more normal about, right? Is Christmas, because again, love English Christmas, right? But man, I've always wanted to have that English Christmas sex, while the kids are all playing with their toys in the morning when you're getting up late. That sounds awesome. That sounds like, just very, very good and fine and fun sex to have, which I would really like to indulge in. But sadly, the being of the Jewy persuasion, that I don't get those opportunities. Yeah, that's just me for you. I suffer for my beliefs, ladies and gentlemen. Generally, YouTube only lets mods and content creators post it. That said, if you post it on Rumble, I wonder what it is. Somebody's trying to post something. I know, but it's I always trust Darren M. And PD Rich is there as well. Rabbi, prayers and thoughts to you and your children, wife too. Says Lonnie, thank you very much. In the meantime, aren't we supposed to have noticed the exploding flying cars in Niagara and crashing planes in Texas? What happened? I didn't notice any of those things. They were flying cars. Okay. I don't know. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Literally, I wouldn't be surprised at everything. The Sovereign says, hey, yes, it's my birthday. Because I'm Jodie Whittaker. And I'll always be Doctor Who, no matter how shit I was. Darling, I think Rusty Davis is going to just join you right there with the lecturing. Oh, God. No, I'm not looking forward to it. Keith Thump. Who's that pop culture creator who goes so and anyway again? I forgot her name. I don't know who it is. Yeah, it's queer as who. It really is. Will Wheaton. I'm gay and I'm sick of the trend. I'm sick and tired of the agenda. Most gay people are. Oh my God! It's like most people are like, can we just have some quarks? Really? Can we? Like, what's going on? Like, what's up with this crap? Can we just have some Daleks? No. Okay, we got to learn about the rights of fucking man. Really? I don't get it. Just watch ads on Young Rivers and Scotland Archer. And it's about how the normal audiences finally clocked how bad Marvel movies are getting. Yeah. Look. This is the absolute worst time for Russell to try and subtly steer in an agenda message. And he didn't do that the first time round. I'm sorry. Right? He did not do that. It was he did he had a dig at weapons of mass destruction. Right? That's about all I really remember. But massive, and even that was like blink and you miss it, right? And they were fun, right? Honestly, him taking the piss out of a Labour Prime Minister is much less divisive than telling chicks, boys, they should cut their penis off, right? Again, honestly, and I know I'm like simplifying the matter, but honestly, the conflation with kink with identity is insane, right? It's absolutely insane. Ethan Buckharder is here. Ethan Buckharder. Paul Tosin is here. Did anyone see Shooty at Edibles? Fuck me. I'd like to see Shooty at fucking work, right? Not an award show, not with his shirt open, right? Shooty at work. working, doing a job of work. That's what I like to see. I mean, he's always at some bloody award show or other. Just enough with the freaking awards, mate. Enough with the red carpet. Enough with the photo shoot. Just go to fucking work. Oh! Disney have no plans for Doctor Who except to make Davros look like Skeletor when he was alive. Oh, you mean forgettable? That's the biggest crime with Davros Gate. He's so boring now. He's just so boring. Darren, I just said Darren. Daniels, there you go. Daniels. Well, I just said Darren. I couldn't get that name out of my head. It was just stuck there. Daniel, how you doing? But Daniel has such a great video, right? Such a freaking great video. Let's see if I can find it. You sent it to me, and it really is fantastic. Talking about Davros. Here, let me see. I'm sure you sent it to me. There you go. Here, let me pull that up. It's fantastic. It's one of his best, actually, if I may say so. Like, yeah, please share that. And honestly, I think that's what's freaked Rusty Davis out most. The fact he's been called a twat by the people he was white knighting, right? Yeah, but great. Honestly, Daniel, freaking awesome video, right? If I may say so. The pirate from another planet. Jim Lad. Dude, can we somehow get 17th century pirates to take on Hamas? That'd be great. Going with cutlasses. That'd be great. Ethan Book on a bad internet. I'm sorry to hear it. I'll let you know when mine goes out, which probably will happen. Fly Highland is here. How you doing, Fly Highland? Just see if I can make sense of your avatar. I can't. It's too confusing. I'm sorry. I tried. So Steve's first Matthew J is here. How you doing? PD Rich is saying exactly what I'm thinking right now. Right? Personally, I'll watch it, but my response is probably going to be, I could have been watching the Peter Cushing film. Right, I was going to put that on the thumbnail. Right, I was going to have, over here, I was going to have the other dog saying, bring back Peter Cushing! I really was going to do that, but I thought it just got too wordy. Although I do like having Daleks talk. Oh, my fluid legs! I'm actually, again, I am excited about it. Titty scones. Well, you know, I like scones a lot, and I like titties too. So that just sounds like a wonderful meeting of ideas, right? Who was that? That was Lonnie. Titty scones. We need more titty scones, I think, in the world. Mark Mill says, keeping you and your family in my prayers. Thank you. Yes, please don't stop. Okay, please don't stop. Seriously, I'm a massive Dalek fan myself, and I'm thinking I'm missing 100 minutes means the episode is probably going to be missing some key moments. Well, I'm trying to go into it with an empty, without expectations, and try and experience it as its own thing, as its own story. So it makes sense. I'm sure there's going to be a lot missed out. Right, I'm sure there's going. I'm more intrigued to hear about the new music and new effects. Like, are they going to miss out paralyzing in? Well, that'll make a lot of sense, right? It would make a lot of sense because that never made any sense. On the CBBC channel, said the story to Ethan Book. Rusty was interviewed by twins who like Doctor Who. Bearing in mind, it was an 8-year-old kid. Well, that sounds kind of cute. Okay. I watched Mahid Tosi. His family fled from Iran during the revolution. He's a good channel. I might listen. If you think they're Colin Archer, listen. If your understanding of geopolitics is anything like your understanding of genre science fiction, it's got to be very good, right? You really, your knowledge base is remarkably strong, right? Remarkably strong. I mean, the Palestinian protest will be walking around with white flags now. Probably. Hopefully. Wouldn't that be great? Where are we up to? Fine. Whizzing through the chat now. Rabbi, if your wife cooks that well, she needs her own show called Mashkia from another Mashkia from the planet. Well, Mashkia is like the guy in charge of making sure the boys turn up for prayer services in rabbinical seminaries, right? I mean, it could be the person who also oversees the kashrut level. That makes sense. Or for us Gentiles, the chef from another planet. Yeah, no, she has no interest, right? She has no interest whatsoever. We need more food, less woke content. Well, exactly. Can't argue with you there. Bobby D75 is here. The Dalek edit being sold to a modern audience. That's essentially what it is. Turkboy's got a Dalek. Turkboy's Dalek is great. Well, yes, I do like that. That very 60s. I even picked the one without the slats, right? I think I got everything right. Beat the Meat will turn out to be a trans male who only turned evil because it could be. It could be that on the nose, right? I mean, again, the Davros, you can't oversell Davroscape, right? There's no way you could oversell Davroscape. Like how shit that was. Yeah, I mean, like just how deeply crap it is. Deeply Strawberry there. Afternoon, Rabbi. Afternoon, lovely people in chat. Well, we all say afternoon to you too, right? Rabbi, we had a flying calf full of explosives ram into a boulder, really? And customs building in Niagara going into Canada, which stood quite well. York Mayor immediately said, "Not terrorists." Oh, please, that York Mayor. That I mean, like that. You any way you get become a mayor in place like New York is be deeply useless in every way, shape, or form. Right? Literally, be deeply useless. Obviously, they may be able to break a lot of hearts, just not in a good way. That's what I think. So. Well, here's what I think is going to happen. I think the wokest one's going to be this week, the Star Beast. I think it's going to calm down a lot during Wild Blue Yonder, and then by the giggle, it'll be quite just entertaining Doctor Who, probably, right? Like very, very, big budgety, big movie ending Doctor Who, right? But I think the damage that's going to be done by putting all the wokeness in the first episode is going to make people run from it, right? And I really do. It's red polders and saucer-shaped objects, I tell thee. Okay. Red poodles for the Daleks? I don't know. I always like that game Portal. That's one of the games I enjoyed. The media Rich is saying, sorry for closing my mind. I don't know how you did that. But I get it. Can't argue it. Philip Bogart is here. Doing Philip Bogart. Thank you for joining us. Marco Magnesius is here. Happy Thanksgiving. How you doing, sir? There we go. They've added to the Daleks extra lines like, "Don't be such a misogynist, Doctor." Oh. The problem is, Colin said, the problem is that if the first episode is horribly woke, people may not even bother. I don't think people will bother with the other two, right? I don't think they're going to bother with the other two, right? I think they just going to people go, what else is on? I wonder what else is on. Let's have a look at Radio Times. Like, what's it going up against? Radio Times. Share screen. I wasn't going up against. It's going up against YouTube more than anything else. Share screen. There you go. Doink. What was that? Shooting to the front page. Doctor Who teases new shooting out of Milligan in first footage. Okay, wait a minute. That's something we're going to check out right away. Okay, well, this must have just come out. Fine, hang on. Okay, you just made me not happy to see this. Is this hang on? Do I have the right address? Okay, fine. This is the right tweet. So, Come back. Where'd they go? Now I've totally lost where we were. I was looking at Radio Times. There we go. Fine. TV guide. Okay, so it's how long do we till we have it's over here 7:30, right? For 7:30. Let's go to Saturday. So what's it up against? Harry Blood Potter and Half-Blood Prince, second half. I will stick with that. That's pretty good. Right, that's pretty good. Live darts, maybe not. I don't know. Fine, let's go look. Can we do the week later? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, December 2nd is the next one. They don't have the listings out yet? No, we don't know what it's up against. Anyway, yeah, look, here's the thing. Normally audiences have woken up. Have you seen the numbers for what was it, Captain Marvel? Oh right, I was downloading this. It's not good, right? It's not good. Fine. I'm in the wrong thing. Hang on. Oh, I've got to go to Rumble. Zebra hosting Tititas. The Zebra Holden Titatas. Zebra Holden Titatas. How you doing? Finally, I got your name out. There you go. I feel good about myself now. So what's this latest thing? We got a bunch of stuff for the little videos they put out. Let's start with that, I think. Let's start with that. Fine. So, let's have a look. Which one do we start with, right? Which one do we start with? Is it downloaded? Let's start with, should we start with the good we'll start with the good, right? So you got this kind of cool light show going on in Wales. So I'll explain to you what it is in a second, but.
You cannot.
So what it basically is that they're spraying water and then they're projecting onto the water they're spraying. I saw them do this at Disney World. It's incredible, right? It is absolutely incredible.
Escape, Doctor. The Doctor will be exterminated. Begin the invasion of Earth. You will be deleted.
That was better. New footage of the studio there. Yeah, it's put in so much money for Wales. It's doing really well for Wales. Man, I just like when it turns out to be shit. I don't want to tell you. Yeah, so we've had lots of happy birthday, Doctor Who. Where should we start with? We'll start with Sylvester McCoy because that's the first one I saw.
It's his birthday, Doctor Who. And what
Now, when I first watched this, I thought his hat had a propeller in it.
better birthday present than have Bonnie Langford to return to the role of Mel as a present? I was
to
return to the role of
again, let's say this is what he says.
Doctor Who. And what
Yeah.
better birthday present than have Bonnie Langford
Then have Bonnie Langford. Listen, darling, you shouldn't kiss and tell.
to return to the role of Mel as a present. I was over the moon when I heard you were coming back, Bonnie. And I know what it's like to be over the moon because I'm the Doctor. Anyway, I wish you well. And I remember how we first worked together many years ago, do you remember? In the Pirates of Penzance in Drury Lane, a wonderful production. And we used to get married every night and twice on Saturdays. and we'd dance the old-fashioned waltz, and you would count out 1, 2, 3, ouch, 1, 2, 3, ouch, 1, 2.
Yeah, I love a bit of Sylvester. Again, look, I mean, they're all batty as bloody March hares, aren't they? And they're all, I mean, like, yeah, again, I think that was Jodie's biggest problem. She was way too normy, right? Amongst her problems. Deep inability to act was the other one. And having no charm whatsoever. Man, she wasn't very good to look at either. It wasn't very easy on the eyes. Bit dumb. Didn't like her Doctor Who either. Man, there was a lot I didn't like about her, by the way. Oh, Adam Warlock is there. How you doing, Adam Warlock? Thanks for joining us. Maybe I should read some back issues of the full Doctor's comics instead of watching the 60s. Great Dave Gibbons art. It is great Dave Gibbons art. I mean, if Rusty Davis wasn't infected with the woke mind virus, I wouldn't be quite so worried. But man, that Davros thing and the BBC review has got me going, this is going to suck balls. Right, this is going to be like deeply, deeply shit. Right, I am. I mean, okay, maybe. Maybe be good, but who knows? Who knows? Who else we got? We got Eric Wills.
Hello, everyone. Do you know? It's so lovely to see Patrick popping up just before the news at this moment.
By the way, it's so weird going from watching in 1965 to 2023. Bit of a terrifying jump. Mark Lewis is there. Doing Mark Lewis.
So this is the moment, isn't it? The one we've been waiting for.
But has it been prepared for? Maybe overly prepared.
So I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to. And lots of love to you all. Bye.
And again, that's always a good thing to say when you're going to have sex with someone. I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm going to. Well, that's nice of you, right? That's nice of you. There you go. And then is that all the good news? What's this one? Happy 60th Doctor Who.
60th birthday, Doctor Who. You're older than me.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
That's his 78th costume, that episode.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
And you know, it's you don't have to wear so much, Millie. It's fine. Yeah, don't have to dress up for us.
Day.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Jeez, that's like the gayest Happy Doctor Who Day I've ever seen.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Oh God! Well, one second. He's about to outget. I don't know. He just doesn't strike me as being a very compelling actor. We'll have to see what. Right, God, it's like everything I'm looking at looks like it's gonna be bad.
Happy birthday, Doctor Who.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Yay. Happy Doctor Who Day.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Although Katie Manning makes everything better.
Happy Doctor Who Day, everybody.
Hello, Happy Doctor Who Day.
Happy birthday, Doctor Who.
Happy 60th birthday, Doctor Who.
Yes.
Happy Doctor Who Day.
Thank you. Fuck off. Okay. Well, there was one birthday greeting that I found profoundly moving, stirring even, right? Stirring, that's what I will call it. It certainly caused something to stir within me. What could it be? It's this birthday greeting.
I'm Nicola Bryant and I played Perry, and I would just like to say thank you and happy birthday, Doctor Who. You are 60 today. How amazing is that?
Her accent's got a bit heavy, but man, she looks hot.
I want to thank everyone who's been involved with Doctor Who all the way along. The Doctor, the monsters, the writers, directors, producers, crew, makeup, costumes, special effects, everyone.
You can zoom in on her a bit. It's okay. We don't mind.
The wonderful actors, so many of you are my friends. Thank you to the fans, because without you, we wouldn't be here. So please, everyone, join us.
I like her new haircut as well. Looks good as a blonde.
To say, happy birthday, Doctor Who.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, my friend.
Very good, Nicola. However, the juice did go downhill a bit after. Oh, yeah, so the BBC just put out this thing. Let's see what this is. Okay, so we had no, I guess, no, yes. Yes, all these are good. Okay, yes. Let me turn the music down a little bit.
Always search for truth. My truth is in the stars.
There is only one form of life that matters. Dalek life.
What is your native planet?
Okay, this is very good. Right? I mean, I think it's in a teeny tiny space of time, they're picking just the right clips, right? Very good. Oh, God, we're going to get the Jodie. God help us.
Gallifrey, I am a Time Lord.
There's no point in being grown up if you can't be childish sometimes.
Again, perfect. Oh, my God. That's a perfect line for Tom Baker.
You know the Daleks?
Better than you could possibly imagine.
We meet again, Doctor.
You're expecting someone else?
Hello.
Blimey. Peter Davison got the short shift there. He got one smile, and that was it.
I'm the Doctor.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah, I kind of did now, Sylvester McCoy. What, you're not doing Paul McGann? Blimey, Paul McGann didn't even get a look in.
It's taken me all these years to realise the laws of time are mine, and they will obey me.
Yeah, we were saying we should do Rusty Davis as showrunner Victoria.
You know me, the Doctor. The oncoming storm.
Timey-wimey.
Who are you?
Oh, you know who I am.
I mean, how did the War Doctor get a clip and McGann not? Love a bit of Capaldi.
Oh, brilliant.
No, you weren't. You were the opposite of brilliant. You were useless. You were awful. That Gormless smile was it exactly was Gormless.
Here we go. Something's coming for me. I can feel it.
Yeah, low ratings. Low ratings and everybody hating the show. Oh, hey, okay. Let's see what we see here. Well, not much. So that was actually not bad. Here's what is bad. The new Doctor Who podcast, and you just think of every bad idea you could possibly have, and you go, yeah, we're gonna do that, right? We're gonna do that.
Official Doctor Who.
I remember fandom in one voice saying, "Thank fuck for that, she's gone. Thank fuck she is gone," right? Because she is excruciating and she is awful. Crystal Bloody D. But no, now she's back again, looking more mannish than ever, right?
Podcast. I'm Crystal D.
I'm Juno Dawson.
Juno Dawson. Not a controversial pick at all, right? It's certainly not a woman with a penis with a questionable sexual history with children, right? Hasn't she written sexually graphic books for children? I think she has, right? I think she has. And Juno Dawson controversy. This book is gay. Has faced controversy since the publication in November 2014. Residents of Alaska, Atlanta petitioned to remove the book from the... Yeah, well, this book is gay. It teaches... I believe this is a book that shows young children how to use adult sex apps, right? Why are you showing children how to use adult sex apps? And I'm not even asking you why you believe you're a woman, right? When you have a penis, it's fine that you do, but like, why did you write a book for children? Teach them how to use sex apps, okay? That's disturbing, but it shows you exactly where we are, right? Look, it's very important for Russell to believe that women can have penises, right? He feels it's cruel to say, no, science is certainly not that, right? Equally, he's like, it's cruel about trans people, but then he doesn't answer any of the real serious questions there is about from the whole transgender debate, and it is a debate. Even though Eccleston, I just Eccleston, it is a debate. Even though people like Rusty Davis would want it not to be a debate. What do we do with women's sports? It seems deeply unfair. What do we do with women who want a space without penises? Right? It seems deeply unfair. So, but again, like, just how much he's out of touch with the world, right? People are just done with this.
And I'm Terrell Charles.
I have no who you are, mate, but given the company you're keeping, doesn't look good.
And with the help of Doctor Who's head writer, Russell T. Davis.
Hello, faithful podcasters.
Oh, you know, some of us actually built up a YouTube channel and an audience without Russ T. Davis, right? I would love to see if you guys could do that. Right, I remember, was it the podcast Redacted? It got minus figures in viewing. Nobody gave a shit, right? Because it's awful.
It's me, it's Russell T. Davis.
We're going to be discussing the return of David Tennant and Catherine Tate to Doctor.
Oh well, that's hard. That's why people come to new media, right? For that sort of hard cutting on honest commentary. No, this is why everybody has run from old media, right? This is why new media kicks your ass. Because I don't think any of these people could generate and hold an audience.
To who?
Sometimes I think there's something missing.
There will be after-show analyses, behind-the-scenes information, and so much shameless speculation.
So how can I think of things that I haven't said anywhere else? I'm trying for you, dear podcasters, because I love you. It's as simple as that.
New episodes.
He's very charming, is that Rusty Davis? He really is very, very charming. But man, this looks awful. This looks so awful. I mean, again, I find Crystal D grating. I find what's her name, Gina Dawson, deeply disturbing. Right? And again, look, Russell, you got to understand about 80 to 90% of the world think that if you have a penis, you're a bloke, right? And that's just the way it is. That's what we think, right? You screaming at us that bigots doesn't help. It just makes you look worse, right? I don't know. I mean, like, do you think they maybe have to fix things in edits when he sees how bad it's going? Right? Look how badly Davros Gate went. And again, I fully expected to get very good viewers on Saturday. Right? I'm not saying Doctor Who, nobody's going to watch it. I'm just saying we can expect a serious drop-off. If it's very, very preachy, we can expect a serious drop-off.
Of ODWP will be released weekly.
Straight after Doctor Who, wherever you get your podcasts.
And on the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
After a very long time, something's coming back.
So, subscribe to the official Doctor Who podcast.
I'm so not going to do that. No. And again, why does this look like it's filmed off a monitor? What the hell are they doing? This looks like professional camera people trying to make things look unprofessional. Right? It really does, doesn't it?
Doctor Who podcast.
God, no. Absolutely not. And they have released a clip of the Star Beast. Let us have a look and see what it is.
Hello. It's only me. I've got some first aid stuff.
I made some little friends.
Oh.
Again, none of this sound looks very good. I tell you, none of it looks very good. I wish it did. Right? Honestly, I wish it did, but none of it looks very good. Now, by the way, good news to everybody, because Yasmin Finney will be back. Right? Believe it or not, Yasmin Finney will return, as we just found out over here. What were to? Yasmin Finney's Rose Temple Noble will appear beyond the 60th anniversary specials. Speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Rusty Dave says she has more appearances to come simply because I adore working with her. What do I think? I think it's a very bad idea. Right? I think it's a very bad idea that a lot of people are very uncomfortable with. I don't think she's as off-putting as somebody like Dylan Mulvaney, who is, to me, seemingly making a mockery of trans and drag. Let's have a look at this clip.
Just toys.
Please be my friend. Why won't you speak to the little me? Be my friend. Be my friend.
No.
Please be my friend.
They can't talk.
Please. Poor little things with no voice.
Oh, look, it's just my little homemade business. I'm trying to make a bit of money for Mum and Dad, that's all. These are toys. Humans have toys. You've got stuff.
Look, he's very good at doing the scene, don't get me wrong. But it's very off-putting. Like I can tell that's a woman with a penis. I wasn't going to say a boy, but that would be wrong. I can tell it's a woman with a penis.
Thing inside.
Hey, you pulled its tummy out.
No, keep it down. Don't be so loud.
I want to go home. The meep is all alone.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Sometimes I think I'm from a different planet. That's what other people say.
Yeah, because humans generally as a species, if you have a penis, you're a boy. And if you don't, you're a girl, right? I mean, this baby is... I can't remember the comic book one, frankly. But look, this, I don't want to rag on this. This is a very fine recreation, right? Adaptation.
You sound lonely.
No, just... different.
Now you have the meep.
I told you on the road, Tar, but did you listen?
No, you're the most normal person in the fucking world, as Rusty Davis tells us. Right?
Every week it's the same old thing, and who ends up doing the bins?
Mum, it says keep out.
You know my rules. No secrets in this house.
She's got a dick, okay? She's got... I don't think it's a secret, but, like, I don't know. She's got a dick.
Now, have you got anything for recycling?
I've done it. Come on, Mum, I'm starving. Let's go and have some tea.
Ooh, that's a new one, isn't it?
Mum, please.
Oh, that is your best, yeah?
No, I know, but let's go.
That woman from Abu Dhabi who buys your stuff, she'd love that one. She's obsessed with gonks. Grown woman, obsessed with gonks. You could charge her double.
Really cold. Should we go in?
I have to say, that is very good handiwork. You could go on the sewing
Mum,
bee.
please, let's go inside.
And those eyes are amazing. They look so real. They look... What?
What?
Did it just... What the hell?
I think it's kind of a mistake to put that seed out, frankly. Man, everything they're doing is wrong. Right? Everything they're doing is wrong. Dave Bonner says it looks like everything seems to be aimed at youngsters. Yes, because they want to convince young people their weird approach to sexuality, right? That's 100. Yeah, that's clearly what they want to be doing. Yeah, somebody just sent me a message. What's this? Saying about Nicola Bryant, which I got to pay attention to. What's it? Nicola Bryant apparently on Breakfast TV this morning. Yeah, where was it? Pull that up. And then we'll get into the Daleks. You were awesome. Tab. There you go. Again, look, just always looking good. Did she shoot this the same time she did that thank you video? Apparently 62. Still looking fantastic, right? Good for you, Nicola. Fine. Let me just go through what we need to look at. As no, not there. Oh, this is interesting. We should pull this up. So we got that I need to look at, and then we'll go to the Daleks. Fine. Hang on, it's just opening up. Okay. Share screen. Why does Jasmine Conlon extremely autistic? Because they love autistic people nowadays, right? Autistic is the way to go. You voted strongly against the Davros change. What, you mean this boring piece of shit? Right? That no one's ever going to remember ever. Oh, it's a creepy-looking white man in a dark suit. So he must be evil. So they put a poll out. Are you for or against the changing of Davros? 78.25% voted against. 21.75 voted for. And let me tell you, I'm talking about half of that 21% are sock puppet accounts. Probably more, right? Probably more. Yes, obviously, this was a huge failure, Russell. It was an absolutely huge, crushing failure. Let us hope we will not be seeing more huge, crushing failures. So we're going to look in this month's Doctor Who magazine, because we're about to see a one of their first big projects tonight. Essential information, written by Terry Nathan. Well, not this version, anyway. On the planet Skaro, Doctor Who, Ian Barbara and Susan encounter a race of deadly genetic mutants. I'm trying to imagine what sort of people these are. They're very intelligent. Anyway, very intelligent. Oh, fine, these are just on target. Blah 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 blah. So, returning to Doctor Who after more than a decade, Rusty Davies came armed with a plan, not just supercharge the future show, but put a rocket under its past too. See, all this is good. I mean, Rusty Davies, when he doesn't have the woke mind virus, he's a great writer mixed with John Nathan Turner's understanding of marketing. And honestly, I think this is a good idea. If they do it right, if they don't stop and go, Doctor, you are misogynist to Susan and Barbara. They are studying women in their own right. I mean, as long as we don't get shit like that, which I'm hoping we don't. Many years ago, I worked for a very astute producer who absolutely drilled into me that children will not watch black and white television. That's pretty true. Right, it's probably true. It's a barrier to entry. So I'm absolutely dedicated to the idea that the back catalogue of Doctor Who should be colorized. That's my aim, and it has been since day one in the job. I think that's a good idea. Honestly, I think that's a good idea. I tend to agree with them. This month, viewers will see the first roots of that ambition when BBC4 broadcast very shortly actually, a full-color, newly upscaled 75-minute cut of Doctor Who's first encounter with the Daleks 6 years after it first sent an electric thrill through Saturday tea time audiences in 63-64. The task of cutting it fell to Doctor Who magazine's own Benjamin Cook, douchebag extraordinaire. Still pretty quite. He's very good at writing. He's very good at interviewing, right? I assume he's going to be good at this too, right? That's my assumption. Just in the same way, Paul Cornell is a very good writer, right? It's stupid to say not to. It's something that toxic fandom does a lot. If they don't like you, they decided you're evil and bad in every way. Everything you do is bad, and every thought is evil. That's silly. He probably did a fair job with this. An experienced video editor whose recent work includes assembling trailers for the Doctor Who Blu-ray range. Russell said that he wanted to start by presenting the first Daleks 75-minute movie with new music, new effects, and for the first time, full color. So hot you can feel their fire. To give today's 12-year-olds a real jumping on point. Hopefully it'll be a gate. I don't think 12, well, maybe. I think he should have done it widescreen too, frankly. Real jumping on point. Hopefully this will be a gateway into all the 60s Doctor Who, which is some of the best television ever made. And so arrogantly, we've come along and tried to make it even better, recalls Ben. Well, you're given a job, mate, right? You did. You're not going to, as a freelance editor, you're not going to turn down any work. I have to say, though, this colouring, it's not convincing me. I will find out. We'll find out in, what was it, an hour and 9 minutes. Right? That's all we got to go now. But hey, this is exciting. Impressed by the work on YouTube, executive producer Phil Coulson and Joe Collins asked colorization artist Rich Tipple to assemble. Let's see if we can find this stuff. Rich Tipple? YouTube. There we go. Rich Tipple. Let's look at this colorized Daleks. Okay. Yeah. I'll download the clip. Oops, that wrong thing. Yeah, Rich Tipple. There we go. Got too many tabs open trying to find out where I am. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is like a minute clip. Video file. Well, it looks 60s, 50s more than 60s. Although the work there in the in selling the metal, I think is really quite good. Right? I think it's actually quite subtle. The colors are working. That work's excellent. I don't think there's any other way you can call it anything other than excellent. The work is excellent. Also, I still somebody talking about Jaffa cakes. Yeah, I want to get Jaffa cakes from Jaffa for the for Dan's podcast. If you can't watch things in black and white, don't study a visual media course. That's what I thought. Well, yeah, I hear it, but I don't think it's about them studying it. I think it's a barrier to entry. I agree with Russell completely on this. It's a barrier to entry, and it's tragic there's a barrier to entry, right? Although I think in the watch-alongs he should have insisted on doing City of Death. And I've been a big proponent of re-editing these things into a modern format for a long time. Yeah, I think it probably would do it quite well. So the press they were Rich Tipple to assemble a team that will be one of the most ambitious undertaking of its kind in the world. They've done colorizations of a billion. What? They asked me flat out, can this be done, says Rich. And without hesitation, I said, yes. Well, we just did a minute of it. I must admit, I did harbor a few doubts because nothing on this scale has ever been done before. But I knew theoretically it was possible with the right team. Having recruited fellow fans, Kieran Hyman, Scott Burdett, and Timothy K. Brown, Rich said about the Herculean task of bringing the eye-popping color of the petrified jungles and the futuristic. Well, again, here's the trouble. We've seen it all done better with Peter Cushing, right? I mean, that's the what we've seen it all done better with Peter Cushing. So I wish it was Dalek Invasion of the Earth, frankly, which is the better story. Which has also seen done better by Peter Cushing. How many episodes is that? Six episodes as well, I think. Yes. We got a Doctor Who episode guide. Episode guide. We're up to episodes. First Doctor. How many episodes? Daleks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Yeah. Well, it's probably 6 episodes, but harder to cut anything out because it's very tightly written. Also, has Mr. Rumbold in it. I quite like Mr. Rumbold in that story. What are we up to? Who was it? Philip Maddock took his role for the movie. Fine. So Petro, frame by painstaking frame. Yeah, but again, this seems to be you should be able to do this by AI now. There's no way. Whoop, come back. There's no way. There's no one way to colorize. He explains. As a team, we worked on. Okay, that sweater seems outrageously bright. As a team, we work in different ways, but whatever the method involves, whenever the method involves breaking your shots down into individual frames, then picking up frames to colorize. After that motion, estimation software helps to a small degree. Well, again, I think that's going to be very different now with AI. But really, it's almost an entirely manual process. I'm not sure how long we spent on total, but a phenomenal number of hours. I'm sure it was, actually. Despite the mammoth effort involved in condensing the 172-minute series down to 175 minutes, man, it's over 100. It's about 100 minutes they lose. Man, an hour and a half. Feature, it wasn't just about saving Rich and his team sanity. The pace of 6 the television is very different. This is why I'm interested in it, right? This is really why I'm interested in it, right? Because we live in a very different visual landscape now, like televisual landscape, I should say. We're not cutting it down. We're reworking stuff, reordering shots and scenes, and just playing every trick in the book to try and bring this brilliant story to life for a modern audience. Again, as long as the Daleks don't stop. Have you ever considered the non-binary nature of being? No, please, no, I haven't. Fuck off. For the first 30 seconds of day one of the edit, you feel like a naughty schoolboy. Him. It's not about Ben Cook now. But you really, I guess you'd have to do the edit before you do the colorization because you don't know what you've got to colorize. But when you treat it like a holy relic, well, you really can't treat that holy relic. Well, not doing what you're doing. No, right? I do like these color palettes. They're very cool. We're making something that's going out on BBC television in 2023, so you can't be too precious. Again, I tend to agree, right? I hope it spurs people to want to see the original. But that's what I think. This is kind of a gateway drug. So I do hope it spurs people to want to see the original. There we go. I think the editing will be more controversial than the coloring. I agree with you, Smarts Russell. Anticipating the inevitable clutching of pearls from some quarters. Okay, Russell, you had no clue of what to expect with Davros, right? You thought that was going to go down well. And when I saw you next on the one show, you were shitting yourself, right? You were shitting yourself. And for good reason, right? It does look like you are going the same route as Disney Marvel and Disney Star Wars, which is into the bloody toilet, right? Oh, no, it's too big to fail. They'll just fail and not give a shit. Again, do they give a shit that Miss Marvel is a complete failure? Or the Marvels is? They certainly act like they don't, and they are huge, massive failures, right? I mean, that's the only way to describe it. They are huge, stinking bombs and failures, right? So we're up to... Well, I'm actually standing by it. This would have been challenging for an audience, and this would have been challenging for an audience 1963. But if you put the episodes together, my God, I'd go back and edit some of my own episodes if I could. Well, fair enough. We're not breaking into people's homes and confiscating their DVDs and Blu-ray stresses, Ben. The originals still exist. In fact, they've never been more accessible. Yeah, okay, Ben. There are some people who just don't like you tarnishing the past, right? The people who just don't like you because you're not a likable person. There is that. But there's some people who don't want you to do a shit job on something they care about, right? I hope you don't do a shit job. I actually have every confidence in you, amazingly enough. Stupidly enough, right? I do. I have every confidence in you. I can't believe I do. It's an alternative for fans who've seen the Daleks hundreds of times before. It's something new, something that will hopefully feel fresh and unpredictable. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, while also being more alive and accessible to a new demographic, as well as stirring new score by Marquez. Well, you had me at stirring new score, and then you lost me at Marquez. I mean, it's going wrong. The 2020 features new dialogue written by Rusty Davis and recorded by original voice actor David Graham. Really? Now sprightly 98. It's been just one of the many thrills of the long-held passion project, says Russell. And I do say, if they do another one of these, which I'm sure they're going to, because I think this is going to go down quite well. Right? This is the thing, again, I got most confidence in out of the entire anniversary season. Right? It's really this, right? I got the most confidence in this. If they do another one of these, I think they should do Tomb of the Cybermen. Right? I think that would be great. Tomb of the Cybermen, or maybe Seeds of Death. Oh, Seeds of Death is awesome. I love a bit of Seeds of Death. Yeah. But maybe I think Tomb of the Cybermen. Fine, where we're up to. Doctor is very busy and very mad. It's been a constant source of joy for me and Phil that every couple of weeks we can return to the Dalek and see how it's coming along. I absolutely love it. I really think it validates everything we set out to do. And dude, you said you're standing by it by Davros, and that was awful. I think it validates everything we set out to do, and we're starting to work on next year's already. Okay. So this is like an annual thing, right? For Ben, the film also serves as a fitting tribute to Doctor Who's pioneering first TARDIS crew, still out there among the stars, waiting to be discovered by a whole new audience, which is something I wholeheartedly think is a good idea. All right, before starting work on this, I read old Doctor Who interview with William Hartnell's widow, Heather. She says, and in it, she said her husband's biggest regret that Doctor Who wasn't in colour. He thought it would have been glorious and we'll see those brilliant sets and costume and monsters. So this one's for you, Bill. Well, maybe. But look, we'll find out. Under an hour till it's on. Again, I'm quite optimistic, right? I am generally speaking quite optimistic. So let's wait and see, right? That's basically what I am. Let's wait and see. What are we going to do next? I've got a lot of stuff I want to get to, but I don't think I'm going to have enough time. One second. Rusty Davis reveals when season 15 is going to air. We don't know when season 14 is airing right now. Hang on. Share screen. Countdown Crash Courses. They're doing Countdown Crash Courses. Working on season 15. That's it. It sounds a bit hyper because just this morning I delivered a Doctor Who script that will air in May 2025. Okay, so May 2024 for season 14, right? That's what it sounds like. So here, look, there's a bunch of stuff I want to get to, but I'm probably not going to get to tonight. Doctor Warren Hussein says shooting Gat was casting as a victory. See, I don't think so. Right? I don't think there was. I mean, again, I think you could have cast a black guy to play the Doctor in 1985, and I don't think anybody would have cared. Right? I think probably people care more now because it's been so much longer. Right? Is it black or is gay? I don't. It's the same way. I don't think anybody was going, oh, I hate those wheelchair users. Better make them all evil. Don't think anybody ever said that, right? I think that was his own bonkers delusion. So this I want to do as well. This seems really interesting. The Independent the best episodes of all time. Well, it's got Jodie Whittaker in the picture, so that can't be. We saw the first footage. I guess we did. We saw that tonight. Massive leap forward. So again, Chris, don't Don't praise anything, right? Just keep it to yourself, mate, right? The more quiet you are, the better. It's £2 million. Go away. £2 million ploughed into Cardiff. How Doctor Who boosted the Welsh economy. Yeah, that's why they got that incredible light show. But I love this, right? This is one of the great Tom Baker quotes. Tom Baker says he avoids other Doctor Who stars out of contempt. Yes. And you could just hear him say that, right? You can just hear him say that. Rossi explains why making Doctor Who is so special, or what makes Doctor Who so special. And then we got what culture. I really want, again, are we going to do this? Maybe we'll do this on Saturday. 10 episodes you much watch before the 60th anniversary. We'll probably do that Saturday night, right? Let's see if there's anything new on Bleeding Cool. Featuring a new promo. Yeah, we just covered that. Fine. Vulture has tenants. We'll probably do this on Saturday night as well, right? But here, something I do want to talk about before we start getting to Bounding in Comics. Oppenheimer, right? Oppenheimer. Let me pull up an image of it or something. Here we go. Because I saw this was out, and look, what I normally do nowadays is I illegally download movies unless they're available to rent on streaming or something like that, and then if it's good, I normally buy the movie. Right? 1 second. Share screen. Right. So I didn't expect to like this movie, right? I did not expect to like it at all. It's really good. It's pure class, right? It is pure class. Really strong recommend. Was it Cillian Murphy? Probably one of his greatest roles. And I like Peaky Blinders a lot. I also like Batman a lot. It's a very clever script from Christopher Nolan. So anyway, as I said, it's 3 hours long. So I put it on. I saw literally it's 3 hours, 1 minute. I'm like, oh god, that. I figured I'll watch it over 3 nights, something like that. So an hour and 15 minutes in, I had to turn it off and tear myself away for it because my son came home from the war, right, from the army, and so yeah, I felt it was pretty nice to go and say hello. But after that, I returned to it, and again, it flew, right? Again, the difference when you see something of quality as opposed when you see tat. Like if you've tried to sit, I have never got through the whole thing. Doctor Strange in the Worlds of Man. There's Doctor Strange 2, right? I like Doctor Strange 1 a lot. I thought that was a really good, enjoyable movie. Couldn't sit through Doctor Strange, but compare that to Spider-Man No Way Home. It wasn't the gimmick of having the multiverse and having the multiple different Spider-Men. It was that it was a good, compelling story with good, compelling characters. So this didn't strike me as if it would be a good, compelling story. But actually it is, because the story of anybody's life is a good, compelling story. And the way it's told is, I think, somewhat brilliant. It's essentially, how would I describe it? Oppenheimer's memory of his life. And so memories are interesting things. We editorialize memories, right? We put our emotional states into memories. We put our emotional states from the time of them creating the memory into the memory. We move things around a little bit. Again, we editorialize in our memories, right? We make it what we make what we're feeling and what we think about the event to be more physically representing. So that's what this movie does, and does it really well, right? It does it really well. Essentially, this is Oppenheimer in the 50s. He was caught in one of the McCarthy era trials, and it was his wasn't a trial, it's his review to see if he's going to get his security clearance removed. It's all about the political machination. So essentially, what happened was that he was in college, and college has always been a hotbed for tons of leftists, right? Lots of people in the Communist Party, and he had tons of friends in the Communist Party. And then there came a time where they got to build. They have to build this bomb. They have to build it before Hitler does and the Nazis, because otherwise, that's going to be the end of the world. Is it? One of the lines is, I don't know if I can be trusted with it, but I know the Nazis cannot be trusted with it. And I understand the impossible position they were in, but what was I going to say? The pain and the angst of the job that they felt compelled and forced to do, to create nuclear weapons, even though it was an absolute necessity, right? Well, it wasn't by the time they finished it, but the Manhattan Project was an absolute necessity, right? They had to hire people with questionable, with communist ties to the past, and that all came up to hit them in the face. But the thrust of this movie is Oppenheimer's emotional state through his life, and basically his life story, told by a very mature script from Christopher Nolan, right? Christopher Nolan plays with time a lot, and I have to rewatch Tenet because I'm sure there's a good movie in there somewhere, right? And that really is. If I understood it, I'm sure it's a good movie. But Christopher Nolan is known for playing with time, so he plays with time here, and I think he does so very well. As again, the fractured memory of Oppenheimer is the driving narrative for us, and moreover, how he's caught in the political machinations of Washington, right? And as told by a fantastic cast. So we got, I would say these are the four main players. Tom Conti as Einstein, who's in it like in as a cameo, essentially, right? Robert Downey Jr. as essentially the bad guy, the senator, and Frances Pugh, who the crappy second Black Widow is his lover, right? So he has a life far from sin, right? He has affairs. He's a womanizer. He's a little bit weird, right? He's a little bit weird, as you can imagine. So a lot of the film is his testimony about the Manhattan Project and what it was, and that was fascinating, right? The drive to do it, and then the drive to beat the Germans in doing it, and the management skill of just making your own town and saying we've got to live here for like 2 or 3 years until we get this thing done. Brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. So the day-to-day thing is, of creating the atom bomb, very, very compelling. And then you get to the test of it about 2 hours in. But again, it's much more about his him justifying his own life, his own existence through this trial. So I forgot there was a controversy about there being full frontal nudity scenes with Frances Pugh and Cillian Murphy. I totally forgot about it, right? I totally and completely forgot that controversy was going on, and then I saw it, and it wasn't controversial. It is the same level of risque as you would see on, an after 9 o'clock BBC drama anytime from the late 70s to the early 80s onwards, right? They were lovers, they were post-sex, post-coital, and they were naked, sitting in chairs talking. So that is, but you do have I think a really kind of wonderful moment in it where he's talking about this lover that he had with his wife is in the room, played by, what's her name? She's in everything. They wanted to be Black Widow. Hang on, let me see if I can pull up a cast list, Oppenheimer cast list. Emily Blunt, right? Emily Blunt plays his wife, and so he's testifying about his infidelity to a certain extent, and she's viewing him naked in the chair, giving the testimony, having sex with Frances Pugh on top of him, right? Sitting on top of him, riding him. And again, yes, obviously that's risque, but I think it's a very honest drama at the same time, right? Which is what it is. It's a very honest drama. Robert Downey Jr. plays Lewis Strauss, who was an official and a Washington official who turns out to be the antagonist throughout the movie. Matt Damon is the colonel, becomes general, who's in charge of the Manhattan Project. Matt Damon plays Matt Damon, right? Matt Damon, you only ever play Matt Damon. Jack Quaid plays Richard Feynman, which I think was funny. Gary Oldman played Harry Truman. I didn't even realize it was Gary Oldman, right? I was like, really? That's incredible. Who other standout actors? There was an actor who again seemed like a dodgy bad guy, and I couldn't. I knew I'd seen him somewhere before, and it wasn't David Dastmalchian, if that's how you pronounce his name. Who you have as a generic dodgy guy in pretty much everything. It was Casey Affleck, right? He was Kenneth Branagh was in it. Alden was it Eric Wright's in it. One time Han Solo, horribly wasted casting, right? But again, basically everybody does a very, very, very good job, right? The Scots, I just saw Scott Grimes was in it. The script is excellent, right? The script is really, really excellent. It's you peel layer after layer after layer after layer of the man off, right? And again, very, very, very compelling viewing. That they're building the first atomic bomb, the Manhattan Project, is kind of parenthetical, weirdly enough, even though it's visually, that's amazing. Like how he visualizes atomic science is just fantastic, right? You get to kind of peer inside not just the mind of the person, but the soul, the essence of the person, which I think is a cinematic triumph. It really, I would have seen this in the cinema had I known it was good, but you can't really trust anything as being good anymore. I mean, that's. I mean, I was convinced Mission Impossible was going to be great, and I was like, bloody hell, even that's bad, right? I'll probably go and see Dune in the cinema, but this was a real find, a real recommend. Liked it a lot, right? Liked it a lot. It oozes class, professionalism, great artisans at the top of their game, which is actually what this movie was about great artisans in science being at the top of their game. Right? Again, Cillian Murphy's performance, mesmerizing. You can't take your eyes off him on the screen, and he's not a likable character, and yet his the intensity of his performance is genuinely mesmerizing. Right? So excellent job, right? Excellent job. Far better than I ever thought it possibly could be. Huge recommend. It's good. You're going to be able to rent it around Christmas. Right now, you can buy it on streaming for like $20. Rental comes out, I think, December 12th or something like that. It's a recommend, right? This is actually worth. I would say it's worth buying, right? Because it's a great movie, right? It's one of Christopher Nolan's best, and Christopher Nolan is a very good director. So that one I call recommend. Man, time has really flown away from us. I'm gonna have to go soon. Let's have a quick look at the headlines abounding in the comics that we're not going to get to, right? They're not going to get. Let's see what they are. We'll go doink, share screen. Okay, nothing new there. Tzvi Lebetkin, exactly what Douglas Murray was saying on BBC 27 when the audience loses trust in you. That's it. And that's what I think is coming for Rusty Davis, right? I think it's going to be one of the biggest wake-up calls of his life, right? So the Witcher creator Andrei Sapkowski says Netflix never listened to his feedback on the live-action series. Well, they're schmucks because they just pissed away at an incredible IP, right? They could be doing series after series, especially with the talent like Henry Cavill. I watched that first season, which I thought was okay, but I watched that first season because of Henry Cavill's great attitude. Opinion: to avoid disaster in the new role, Dave Filoni should heed Qui-Gon Jinn's recent lesson on institutional corruption. Yeah, and so the rumor is that Kathleen Kennedy is being fired because of the South Park episode, Pandaverse. I doubt it, right? I doubt it. Daisy Ridley, I really wanted to get into this story. Daisy Ridley says the upcoming race-centric Star Wars film has a story that's really worth telling. It's really not. Darling, there's nothing about Rey that is interesting whatsoever. She is a boring Mary Sue. She is a definition of a Mary Sue, right? She was, again, Star Wars, we had the pilot, the space pirate, we had the wizard, right? You had the mentor. She's everything, all rolled up in one, because she's the best thing ever. Previous stuff, I'm looking around, it would rather play roles written for men than likable women. Fuck likable. I think she's right. I like, why did Kathy Gale work so well in the Avengers? Because she just took the scripts written by for what's the name, Henry, right? The Miles Review, the worst written MCU film of all time, and audiences are wise to it now, right? We are wise to the idiocy of Hollywood, and you're not going to get away with it. And I do expect there to be, and we have a lot more independent media who are going to say, "What is this woke shit?" On by Monday, right? When they see Doctor Who. Sony Race Watts Matty Franklin for upcoming Spider-Man spin-off Madam Web. Nobody cares about Madam Web anyway. In a very surprising bit of authentic casting there, you got the kid from the Righteous Gemstones, cast as Jimmy Olsen. That is literally ripped out of the comic book, right? Dave Filoni, promoted to Chief Creative Officer of Lucasfilm, will now work with Kathleen Kennedy at the inception phase of all Star Wars projects. Okay, I mean, like, just tell them to shut up. Karate Kid crossover. I finished. I stopped watching Cobra Kai around season 4 or 5. I got to catch up with that. That was always very good. Extra-Life Alpha, number 1, the Riververse $3 million comic. Good for them. And Venezuela actors Gabriela De Farra cast as the authorities engineering Superman Legacy. I think that's fine. And race swapping, agenda swapping Silver Surfer. What a dumb idea, right? What a dumb idea. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go and wrap up because I am going to be back in, what time is it? 2 hours. I'm going to be back in 2 hours to let you know. What do they do to the Daleks? Is it unspeakable trash or is it really rather good? We will find out very soon. Join me back in 2 hours and we will dissect that onion, baby. With that, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to say also join me on Saturday when we go over the Star Beast. And we will do the preview and we'll take the piss and then we'll do the review. Probably take the piss as well. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to say good night, good luck, and may your God walk